Alright, let's take a look at 25. It's similar, but it takes a couple extra steps, sadly, so I've got to go quick. You may need to pause the video a few times to catch up. So we're doing the integral from 0 to infinity of x squared e to the negative x dx. Alright, a little complicated. It looks so much similar to 24, but it's x squared. It actually adds a whole extra integration by parts. So I'm going to make u and dv and du and v. U is going to be x squared. That means du is 2x. Alright, I choose that because I want to make this term as simple as possible. So you can see it went from an x squared down to a 2x. It's getting a lower power. It's a simpling thing. It's going to be simpler. And I'm going to do it one more time, just like I did over here, to get that du finally to 1, I think. Let's keep going. dv is equal to e to the negative x. That means v, again I'm going to do this u substitution in my head, negative e to the negative x when I take that integral. If you want to check that, you can always take the derivative and come back this way just to check your answer. Again, it's helpful to be able to take that simple integral with the u substitution in your head. Let's see, so integration by parts, u times v, so negative x squared times e to the negative x minus the integral from 0 to infinity, not infinity, that's right, we changed that to b, didn't we? That's the whole point of all this, integral from 0 to b of v du, so negative 2x e to the negative x dx. Just to make sure I don't mess up negatives later on, I'm going to make those two positive. Alright. I'm going to rewrite this step one more time. I'm going to pull the 2 out also. So we have negative x squared e to the negative x plus 2 times the integral from 0 to b of x e to the negative x dx. Alright, now this problem becomes very similar to the one we had on 24. So we're going to do one more integration by parts. U is equal to x, du is equal to 1, dv is equal to e to the negative x, and v is equal to negative e to the negative x. Alright. Now we can take this integral, bring down the first part, negative x squared e to the negative x plus 2 times, we can take this integral now, u times v gives us negative x e to the negative x minus the integral from 0 to b of v du, so negative e to the negative x. Du is thankfully 1, so that makes this integral fairly simple, so we can do it. Again, I see negative, a double negative, so I'm going to fix those right now so I don't screw that up later. Let's keep going here. Take this integral, so rewrite this new step, e to the negative x plus 2 times negative x e to the negative x, and this integral, hey, we've seen this one again, so that is negative e to the negative x. Alright, don't forget that this was a definite integral, so we have to evaluate this from 0 to b, this whole thing. Alright, so let's plug in b, and then we're going to plug in 0. I'll give us a different color here. So when I plug in b, I'm going to have negative b squared. Now I'm going to turn into a fraction again because I see the negative exponent, e to the b, plus 2 times negative b over e to the b minus 1 over e to the b. So far, so good. Minus, now we have to plug in 0, so I'm going to put parentheses here. So when I plug in 0, I think here's where some of the magic starts to happen. If we plug in 0 to this one, 0 squared is 0, so this whole thing goes away. That's nice. 2, have to write the 2, times, alright, however this one here, the next part, I'm going to put 0 right here. 0 times anything is 0, so that goes away. Alright, minus, put the minus there, don't want to screw that up. Now I'm going to take this to the 0 power. Well, anything to the 0 is 1. So I'm going to plug in 1. And that ends everything. Now the thing that, again, I forgot to put down, we are taking the limit as b approaches infinity. Okay? Now here's again where the magic happens, because e to a really big number, this exponential will overpower this one, so that becomes 0, plus 2 times, here again the exponential will overpower the linear, so that one will again become 0, and so will this one over here. This one will also become 0 as b goes to infinity. And over here, 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, but there's another negative, so that becomes plus 2, which equals, that goes away, we're left with 2. Oh, that was a buzzer beater. Awesome. So let's write our answer up here. Equals 2. That wasn't so bad. I hope you followed that. Good luck.